This is a lecture on Jeramy Dodds' poem, The Epileptic Acupuncturist. The objectives are, I would, of course, like you to listen to Jeramy Dodds read his poem. The link is available to you on Moodle. I've also got a copy of the poem for you. I want to go over a few technical aspects of the poem, and these are a little different than what we would consider normal kind of aspects. And of course, I want you to notice the playful and innovative way Dodds and Liz Howard use words, phrases, especially for Jeramy Dodds' cliche. This is just a transcription or a copy of his poem, and it is from his book, Crabwise to the Hounds, which was released in 2008. So it opens with people who get their rocks off in glass houses are the same people who'd bend you over a rain barrel just to give you the wet t-shirts off their backs. What he's really doing in this poem is playing with cliche. So that first kind of cliche we're looking at is people who live in glass houses shouldn't throw rocks, as well as over a barrel, meaning being at someone's mercy. Give you the shirt off my back. Moving along, you can't shoot your mouth off if you're out of earshot. Let bylaws be bygones. Don't mind your own business into the ground. All that glitters is not cold to the touch. So we're looking at, and I'm sure there's some I'm missing even in this section, but shoot their mouth off, meaning to be indiscreet or boastful. Let bygones be bygones, which is just another way of saying forgive and forget. And the cliche, all that glitters isn't gold. You're only human once. If you've taken the American way down a one-way street, you've got to wipe your nose with the heart on your sleeve. There is, of course, the cliche, you only live once. I think he's possibly playing with my way or the highway mixed with the American dream. And the cliche, wearing your heart on your sleeve. So I'm not obviously going to go through the entire poem and, pull out every single cliche, but I just wanted you to see with those first few sections what he's actually doing. The Canadian Encyclopedia rates that Jeramy Dodds' first book of poetry, Crabwise to the Hounds, and this is a quote, showcases Dodds's penchant for wit as evidenced in the play of language and phrasing in such poems as the one we looked at, The Epileptic Acupuncturist. The collection does not espouse a particular viewpoint or tell a particular story. Instead, its purpose is to draw attention to language itself. So this is fairly new, certainly in Canadian poetry, that we have an entire collection that's celebrating language in very technical ways. So what Dodds does technically is quite intricate, innovative, and some would say entertaining. So he's actually, through this collection, Crabwise to the Hounds, playing with language. And in this poem, and he does it in quite a few of his, he's playing with cliche. That is all I have for this section. Dodds does not rely on a lot of alliteration, assonance, or consonants, or repetition or refrain, or any of those kind of standard poetic devices that we are accustomed to. What he's doing is pulling apart and inverting and almost making fun of cliches by sort of mixing them up. So if you were to write a poem doing something similar, which is an upcoming assignment where I ask you to kind of play with language, you might consider playing with cliches yourself. So I've given you a list of cliches if you decide that's what you want to do for, and this is an assignment for, I think it's poem number 3 or 4. I'm not sure, but it's an upcoming poetry assignment. You can, of course, choose to work with cliche like Dodds does, kind of invert them or mess them up in a way, or explore even one. The choice is up to you. But I've provided I just did a Google search and this came up in alphabetical order, so I just copied a little bit of it for you just to kind of give you an idea of what I mean. And I will be posting the lecture on Liz Howard's Think Tent shortly. Okay, thanks very much.